You know when someone says like I snapped with this look, like I really feel like I'm so pretty. I like the cornrows and I like my makeup and I think I look pretty. But let me sit down. I hope I don't fall. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tolozani Mapena. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching, liking and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate your support. If you're new here and you've not subscribed, please go ahead and click on that subscribe button. I would love it if you guys would help me grow my channel. Wait, look at my hair. Remember the last video I went and it was about me stretching my hair so I can go get braided. This is the style that I went with. I love it, but it hurt a little, but I love it. I think it's cute and I think I look cute, especially from the side. Anyway, following my validation video, I think it was very important for me to now, or not important, but it was only natural for me not to dive into forgiveness and forgiving yourself. Anyway, forgiveness is such a touchy subject, I think, for each and every single one of us, especially forgiving yourself and forgiving other people. But the toughest is really forgiving yourself for all the things that you feel like you've wronged yourself in, whether you failed to make something happen, whether you didn't make something happen, or whether you did something and you wish you didn't do something or that thing. But getting to a point where you need to forgive yourself in order for you to move on and to be at peace will mean that you need to confront, you know, those actions or the lack of actions. And from, you know, speaking from my perspective, it was forgiving myself for not making the dream that little me had, and that was to become a medical doctor. Like anybody that knows me and has known me since childhood, like family, friends, and even people in varsity, like first year, second year, will know that I wanted nothing else but to be a doctor. I wanted to be a medical doctor and I couldn't make that happen. Now we could go around and try to blame everybody else and just say, you know what, when I had to write my matric exams, my mom had gone through a major life-threatening surgery, and it was exactly at the time that I was starting to write my exam. So it was me, you know, and it was just a lot. But the following year, when I was upgrading my marks, I just realized that I didn't know anything. Like, I did not know anything, especially from, I could say it went as far as grade 10, 11 and 12 with mathematics and physical sciences, and that's just where it started. But the question now would be, if you realize that you didn't know anything, why couldn't you ask for help? Why didn't you do anything about it? So the thing is, obviously when you're growing up, you will have people that believe in you and have people that don't believe in you and people that do not want you to become great. For me personally, I've had someone, you know, in my life older than me that just simply said that I would never become a doctor. No one like me could be a medical doctor. While in my head I thought I wasn't, you know, I didn't believe what they said. I didn't believe it, but I became so preoccupied with proving that person wrong, with proving to that person that actually I'm very smart, like I'm smart enough. And in my understanding, with, you know, when you're 15, 16, 17 years old, when you think you know something, you find asking for help like being a mission. Like you don't want to ask for help, because asking for help then, to me, and how I understood at the time, asking for help would have meant that actually I'm not smart enough, or I actually can't do this and she's right. So I got to a point where I was so preoccupied with proving to her that I was smart enough to do things on my own that I just fooled myself. Like I just lied to myself. My mom tried to get me to Saturday school. My parents really tried, and I think there's only so much you can do to help your child. But when your child is not being receptive of that help, it's not going to work. So I went to classes, I did this, I did that, but I never paid attention, because in my head I just always had it in me that, you know what, I can do this on my own. And that is a lie, and I understand that more now. And I think when I realized that actually I bummed myself out with that, and it's going to affect me for the rest of my life, that it got to a point where I was just like, man, look, you know what? You can say what you want to say about me. You can tell me I'm not beautiful enough. You can tell me that I'm not smart enough. You can tell me that, you know, I don't have what it takes to do something. And it's okay, because that's what you are feeling. That is your understanding of me, and that's what you see in me. But the difference between that and me is what I believe in. So I can respect your opinion as a person. When you tell me that I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this, I'll respect it. Like, I won't fight you. I won't tell you, right now I don't go out of my way to prove anything to anybody. If that's your opinion, I'll respect it. But that does not mean I have to take that opinion and believe it and apply it in my life. The minute you start wanting to go out of your way to prove that person wrong, or to prove that person right, or to prove that you lose focus on what you want and what you need to do to get yourself to that goal. So I've had to confront that. That is like my one big thing that has been bugging me for the longest of time, and it was just accepting that and forgiving myself for not making that happen. Now you get people like, oh, you're still young, you can go to medical school, you can do this. I've been trying for years, but it's like, it's gone to a point where it's like, I've had to accept it, and now I need to find where my strengths lie and what I'm good at. And I've really just been going through that process of finding myself and finding what I like. So far I know what I don't like, but I haven't like really figured out what I do like what I really want to do. I know the projects that I want to do, projects that I've already started doing, projects that I've already started doing research on, but you know, it hasn't gone anywhere, because time is everything. Timing is everything. And I think getting myself ready emotionally, mentally is also very important. So it could be anything really you're going through in your life. It could be relationships, mistakes, friendships, anything that you have done in your life. To get to a point where you need to forgive yourself and move on from it will mean you need to go back and confront whatever it is that, you know, gave you that detour, whatever it is that, you know, made you build that wall. Hey Bantu, forgiveness is very important. I'm not going to speak on like forgiving other people. I'm just speaking about you working on yourself, inside yourself and outside. And I think when you're putting in the work to work with what you have inside, and the things that you want to get rid of, and the things that you want to, you know, internalize and just become, it'll be so much easier for you to navigate throughout your life. So everything is really just an inside job before it becomes an outside job. And then you know, you can work on your outside self as well, and you'll be able to move forward when you've confronted things that threaten your future, and things that become a hindrance, you know, between you and your future. So always be honest with yourself. Try to have conversations with yourself all the time. I talk to myself like all the time, every day. I talk to myself, and I speak to the people around me as well. I do not have everything figured out. I have a few people that I really trust, and I try to talk to them, and I pray. I think prayer is very important, even when you're not a person that believes in religion. But prayer, or speaking things out into the universe, and just letting it all out, and trying to absorb positivity, and trying to think positively and hope, and, you know, and plan and see things through. Prayer helps, like speaking things out, pouring out your chest, even if you're not pouring it out to somebody else, but just speaking to yourself, and just opening yourself up. It really helps. It helps, because sometimes when you speak things aloud, it sounds a bit different than it would when you just, you know, having a conversation in your head. And I think when you do that, and you get in the habit of doing that, you always find ways to work on yourself. And sometimes it's just like, oh well, I thought it sounded like this in my head, but outside, you know, like when I speak it out, it's a whole other different story. It has a different effect. It has a different, you know, energy to it, and you can find a way to work around that. So I'd honestly just tell you to forgive yourself. confront whatever it is you have to confront, and forgive yourself for not having made that happen or for having done that, and then move on. So again, with forgivenesses, if you forgive yourself and you go on tomorrow, you do the same thing, then it's pointless. Stop. Change behavior, change your train of thought. Like, train yourself to do better and to think better and discipline yourself. And you can do anything. Like, just don't be too hard on yourself when you are forgiving yourself, but also be very disciplined moving forward so you do not repeat the same mistakes. And I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I made sense, and I hope I'm not gonna edit a lot out of this video, because I don't like editing and cutting. I know it's very important because the video has to be very cute and very clean and very straight to the point, but I like the natural flow of videos. So I hope this looks good. I'm thirsty. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you again for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Have a fabulous time wherever you are. I look very pretty today. Like, I can't get over it. I can't get over myself. I'm gonna take pictures now. Bye guys.